What's up everybody, it's Robin Gaming here. So unless you've been living under a rock, of course, you will know that E3 2016 is starting tonight, which is going to be very exciting. I myself will be live streaming most of the major press conferences, and that includes Microsoft, Sony, EA and Ubisoft. And of course, EA is kicking things off tonight at 9 PM UK time. I'll show you a quick picture of the schedule right now, but yeah, definitely come join me, twitch.tv/robinoyo. It's going to be really cool to see all these press conferences, see all these big new games being announced, hopefully. And yeah, you know, I would just say come check it out, of course. But today what I wanted to do, as E3 is kicking off tonight, my top 5 list of the games that would pretty much make me go crazy if they were actually going to be announced. So yeah, these are the 5 games that I would most like to see announced at E3 myself. So you know what, I'd say let's just get straight into it, and I'll start off with the number 5, at which I decided to put Kojima's new game. And this is quite specific because we don't in any way know what Kojima's game is actually going to be about. I can just say that, of course, I got into Metal Gear Solid recently, been playing all the major games in the series 1 till 5, and I've just been, you know, very much enjoying it, right? It turned out to be one of my favorite series now, and I just can't wait to see what Kojima is going to do next with, you know, the talented team that he has, right? He left Konami, he's now going to be working for, at least for Sony for a while, right? Making some kind of exclusive game, or also for PC. I'm not exactly sure anymore what it was, but all in all, I'm just very excited to see what he's going to do. He proved with PT as well that, yeah, he can just make whatever kind of game he makes, it's going to be epic. So I have no doubt that if it's going to be at least like an action-adventure type of game, I'm going to really enjoy it for sure. So number 5, Kojima's new game. Now we're going to get into the more, I guess, specific ones. So at number 4, I put a new Crash Bandicoot game. What can I say? I mean, like, Crash Bandicoot is not a series that I grew up with myself, but I did recently play through the first game completely on my PS Vita, and I enjoyed it. It felt kind of outdated to me, but that's like a given, right? Because the game is 20 years old, so no way that it was still going to feel very up to date in that way. But yeah, you know, I'm kind of just missing the 3D platformers right now on PS4, and just in the current generation of consoles and everything, we're not really seeing those games a lot anymore. And to me, they are just great fun to play. So if some type of big studio could make a new Crash Bandicoot game, whether it's going to be a multi-plat or an exclusive to the PS4, I really don't care, as long as we get a new Crash Bandicoot game, because I'm sure it's going to be great fun to play. So that's why at number 4 I decided to put a new Crash Bandicoot game. Now let's get into the number 3, and this is quite an obvious one. Number 3, I put The Last of Us 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a Naughty Dog game, right? That's all I need to say, basically. One of my favorite studios. They make these epic, linear, amazing experiences, right? The real kind of games with great storytelling, where at the end, when you finally beat in a Naughty Dog game, you're always like, oh man, I just actually experienced something. And I've said it before, Last of Us 1, I greatly enjoyed it when it came out, but I still feel that Naughty Dog could really highly even improve with the sequel. I think on PS4 now, on the new generation, just like we saw with Uncharted, they can do new things with that series, with what they did with the first game already, to make it even better than that. And yeah, I'm just curious to see what story they're exactly going to introduce. Are Joel and Ellie's story, you know, going to be, is that going to be continued? And what exactly are they going to do to freshen things up? And maybe it's going to be once again that leap from Uncharted 1 to 2 here with The Last of Us. So if that's going to happen, then of course, it's a given that The Last of Us 2 will be an amazing game. I think it's going to be that nonetheless, though. It really doesn't matter, because it's Naughty Dog once again. We don't even need to ask ourselves if the game is going to be good. Yes, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Then at number 2, I put Red Dead Redemption 2, and with this one as well, I just talked about the whole experience kind of thing, and it's like Red Dead Redemption 1 on PS3 back in the days was such a smash and kind of like silent hit to me, something that I didn't expect I was going to be enjoying so much. And when it came out, I think it was like 2010 or something, I was just blown away by it. I didn't expect I'd be liking a game in that setting so much. And it's Rockstar Games, also one of these studios where we know everything they put out is going to be quality. You know, they're responsible for GTA and now for Red Dead Redemption. And I don't know if a second game really can still have the same kind of impact, but at the same time, I know that, you know, it's once again going to be this big experience. And just whenever I think back of how much fun I had playing Red Dead Redemption 1 on PS3, I'm like, man, I absolutely can't wait for the sequel. So that's why at number 2 I decided to put Red Dead Redemption 2, because the first game, one of my absolute favorite games of all time. Now then we get to the number 1, and I'm sure this is not exactly going to be a very popular, I guess, choice that many people will stand behind, but maybe at the same time the people that did play the previous games in the series can really understand where I'm coming from, because the types of games that I'm still kind of missing right now in this generation are the type of games where you just keep coming back to them and you keep playing them every once in a while, every, let's say, 1 or 2 weeks. You wanna just be in that world again and play the game because it's so fun to play. And the game I'm talking about here is Skate 4. And yeah, you know, the Skate series, one of these games on PS3 that, as I just talked about, I kept going back to. Like, Skate 2 in particular to me was just so much fun to play. And it's a game that doesn't have a story, and it's a game that doesn't have anything, you know, special apart from just great fun gameplay, but that's exactly what it was. It was that amazing skateboarding gameplay that was so much fun to play. And unfortunately EA closed down the studio that was responsible for the Skate games, so in that way I'm not exactly sure that a new one is going to happen, but with EA kicking things off tonight at E3, I mean, that could really be like the announcement that would make me honestly super hyped, because I know that's going to be a game that I'm going to have so much fun with playing that on my PS4, absolutely. So that's why number 1, once again, it's a really personal pick, but I decided to put Skate 4 because it's one of these games that I've really been missing this generation, a game that is so fun to play that you keep going back to it for years and years on. So with that being said, this was my top 5 of the games I can't wait and would really want to be announced. So with that being said, of course, let me know your list in the comments. Which 5 games could you not, or would you really not be able to wait for if they got announced and that you really want to see come out, you know, whether it's on PS4, PC or Xbox One, it doesn't really matter, but just in general right now. So with that being said, EA once again is kicking things off tonight at E3. Come check it out, twitch.tv/robinoyo, 9 PM UK time. Hope to see you all there, and then for now, thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you again next time.